Hey everybody, welcome back. So when we last left off, we stabby bobabbied our mentor.
I checked the area for you. Oh yeah.
Okay, I have to feed everybody again. Because, instead of saving your game, you get trick points. Alright, the question is, will an extra 25% damage really do anything? Or should I just rely on the railgun at this point? I'm thinking I should probably just rely on the railgun. At this point, so... However, we will hang on to our AK. Oh wow, we found... Huh. Hmm.
What's new, Igor?
Nothing much. What about you? Still thinking about Anton?
Yeah, we had some great adventures together as mercenaries.
I remember Anton talking about Kasham. What was that all about?
Kasham was a nasty piece of business. How much do you know about the civil war in Syria?
Not much. I've had other things on my mind.
You and the rest of the world. Nobody cares about those people. For the big players, Russia, the US, China, most of these war-torn countries are nothing but a playground for testing their weapons and making policy. It's called war by proxy. Us mercs usually play a supporting role to the armies on the ground, supplying intel, equipment, and tech. There's an unspoken rule that we never attack each other directly, but sometimes we get in each other's way, and then things can get out of hand. That's what happened in Kasham. Assad's forces, backed by Russian mercenaries, clashed with the SDF, which was supported by the US. The US used dozens of drones, fighter jets, and helicopters to pretty much annihilate the opposition. Anton and his mercenary buddies weren't equipped to deal with that kind of air superiority. He watched some of his friends die, and came close to getting killed himself.
I admire your bravery and dedication, Olivier. And Anton's. Still, I can't help but wonder why we keep killing each other over some godforsaken strip of land. It goes against everything I believe.
And I admire your idealism, Igor. But you're in the minority. And sometimes violence is the only way to solve a problem. That's something I think you're going to learn in the near future.
Do you think you could find some time to teach me?
Okay,
Perfect. Let's do it.
Follow me. Taking out your enemy requires guts. Taking out your enemy quietly is an art. I think you've got what it takes to do the former, but you suck mightily at the latter. Now, the lesson is about knocking out your opponent without being spotted by him or anyone else. The secret lies in understanding human anatomy as well as stealth. It's about knowing how to apply enough force to put your opponent out of commission without killing them. Let's put theory into practice. Sneak up on me and perform a chokehold. Don't worry about hurting me. I'm a professional. Let's begin. Okay, Igor, enough. That was impressive. Well done, soldier. I hope you're feeling more confident now.
alright, where's Cockroach at? Where is he?
Igor, I need to talk to you.
No Mousy today. So the Rat King is gone?
It won't be long before it returns. We don't have much time. You need to help me. I need to find out what happened to me. I remember the explosion.
Were you close to reactor number 4? That was the night Tachana disappeared. What do you remember?
Not much. Fire, sirens wailing, burned men. Agonized screaming. It was Kharkiv in 1972.
What? I think you've got the time and geography mixed up.
The KGB and some military geniuses tried to put out a fire in the natural gas mine with a nuclear device. Almost a kiloton yield. They blew everything up, the morons. The column of fire and radioactive ash, kilometers high. People in villages nearby thought it was the end of the world.
What were you doing there?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. All I know is I was there to observe.
Calm down, Tarakan. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Try to get some rest now, all right? Hey there, Tarakan.
But
Hmm.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
Stealth is going to be quite important.
you know what the mouse's biggest strength is? Not its teeth, not its size. It's the ability to become invisible, or almost invisible. That is what I will teach you today, Mousy. The secret lies in camouflage and controlling your breathing. You can't literally become invisible, only I can do that. And the Rat King. But you can make yourself almost indistinguishable from your surroundings. Always stay in the shadows. Use vegetation to conceal your movements. Wear earthy colors like dark green or brown. Control your breathing. Be like a shadow. Be exactly like a mousy. Mousy. So, let's put this knowledge to the test. I'll be the Rat King, and you try to sneak up on me, Mousy. Ready when you are, Mousy. You're a very gifted student, Mousy. Congratulations. I think you learned something today, Mousy. Hopefully it will be enough to keep you alive.
Okay. Still trying to learn about the Black Stalker.
We need to talk.
Uh-oh.
Sure. Let's talk.
It's about my mother. Or rather, about what she found. I didn't tell you this before, because I didn't know if I could trust you. I think I know why they took my mom. She was dangerous to NAR. It wasn't a coincidence. She saw something. Even took a photo. You see, when NAR first came here, they pretended to be friendly. They offered free examinations to several sample shells, and even promised my mother medical assistance. It was all a ruse, of course. My mother was invited to their lab, and she ended up seeing something she wasn't supposed to.
She was inside their lab. You should have told me about this sooner. Do you know what she saw?
They were running experiments with Chernobylite on human subjects. All volunteers, of course. Soon after that, people started vanishing, my mom included.
Do you still have the photo?
No, my mom always kept it on her.
Is there any other proof to back up your mother's account?
No, but I can't see my mother lying about something like that. She only ever had the Samuelshell's best interest at heart. My mother was the least selfish person I've ever known. She wanted to help everyone who suffered from the Chernobyl disaster in any way she could. She paid the ultimate price for her kind heart. Now, I have to find out why and make this right.
I get it. Really. She sounds like an amazing lady. How can I help?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to know what my mother saw in that lab. I need you to go to Lenin Square and get inside. There must be something there incriminating NAR. This will help your search for Tatiana as well. If she's in the zone, she must somehow be part of all of this.
It won't be easy, but I'll definitely try.
Igor, a moment, please. I heard you talking to our she-wolf here. You don't want to go to Lenin Square. I don't think you're ready. Who knows what you'll be up against?
I think I've proved myself quite capable, no?
You can harness the power of Chernobylite, an impressive feat. But what if they find a way to disable it?
You're probably right. What do you propose?
I'll do it.
With a broken arm? Besides, we have no idea what we'll find. It's very likely we'll need my scientific expertise to assess the situation.
I'm not a complete imbecile, you know. I can tell the difference between a centrifuge and a... I don't know, kitchen robot?
Of course you can, Olivier. Don't take this the wrong way, but I still think I should be the one to go.
How?
It seems that Olga's mother was onto something. Something that got her killed. Could it be the key to finding out about the NAR's plans? Just be very careful, my love. I feel you getting closer to the heart of evil. Soon you may reach a point of no return.
Meh.
Head for the lab, Igor. Should be in the middle of NAR's camp. See if you can slip in unnoticed. Don't get in any fight unless you have to.
Sure thing, Mum. And don't worry, I've got my sweater.
You've got some issues, don't you?
Okay. Now's not the time to get distracted.
Locate the lab and try to reach it without drawing attention. You don't want to fight all these guys at once.
Bullshit.
Another hour gone. 3 more to go. Fucking hell. I should have brought that goddamn power board. I'm starving. Patrolling Pripyat almost makes you wish you were someplace else. I hope I don't run into that maniac. What was his name? Kiminyuk?
So I still can't take out heavy guards. Super heavy guards. That sucks.
Finally, some definitive proof. Tatiana is at the power plant.
Hmm. Chokey, chokey.
Prepare 50 mils of ferric chloride and 100 mils of chlordiazepoxide.
I know that voice. Where have I heard it before?
Right away. Who are you? What are you doing in here?
That man on the phone. Who was it?
You're Kim In-yuk. Dear God, please don't hurt me.
I asked you a goddamn question.
My boss, you mean? I don't know his real identity. Almost nobody does, I swear.
Do you really want to play it this way? I can see you're scared, and rightfully so. But it seems you're deliberately trying my patience.
No, not at all, sir. Please, I can't tell you what I don't know. But I can tell you other things. Just ask. Just don't kill me. I can be useful. You'll see.
Vanya, my patience is wearing thin. Where are those damned chemicals?
Answer him, but casually. Relax.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll send them right away. Apologies for the delay.
Spare me the excuses and move. I need that chlordiazepoxide and I need it now. You two, continue without me. I hope for your sakes you don't screw this up.
It would be best if you forgot I was ever here.
Of course. I won't tell a soul.
Still something down over here somewhere. Oh. You're there. Ooh.
I detected the echo of a recent wormhole. It should lead to us. It is not full of surprises, but it's not over yet.
Seriously, dude. Ow.
Look at the tissue structure. This used to be a liver, Vanya. Finally. Who the hell are you? What did you do with Vanya?
Stay very still if you want to live.
Please don't hurt us. We're scientists.
Yeah, so was Dr. Mengele. Are you performing a vivisection without anesthesia? Administering shots of typhus? What are you doing exactly? I really want to know.
No, nothing like that. We're not beasts. We treat our patients as humanely as possible. But you have to understand that...
Scientific advancement requires sacrifice. Other people's sacrifice.
You make it sound sinister. But yes, everything we do is for the greater good.
How does it work? Are you shooting these poor souls up full of Chernobylite?
I can't talk about that. The NDA we signed is very strict. The penalties...
Did you just say NDA? Are you for real? Stop being a corporate stooge and start thinking about your own life.
Sure, you're right, of course. We started out giving them shots, but that was just the first stage. We're way past that now.
Uh-huh.
It was, you see. The fatality rate was... it didn't bring the desired results.
We've moved from administering nano-solutions to directly editing human genomes to enhance them with Chernobylite. We've developed our own Chernobylite CRISPR.
Your patients or subjects, whatever you call them. Especially the locals. What happened to them?
Which ones? There were many patients here. Some of them didn't make it past the final phase. The others, we don't know.
Don't let him dodge the question. Make him talk.
Look, please, can we all try to stay calm? Let us explain. Modifying genomes is only the first step. Next, we induce a state of superconsciousness in the subject's gamma brain waves. It's basic neurology. The sympathetic nervous system begins to release enormous amounts of energy straight to the brain via the thalamic gate at the brainstem. When the thalamic gate opens, the energy flows to the pineal gland and... well, there you go. I don't like to use this term, but it opens a third eye.
A third eye? Right. Then what?
Enhanced by Chernobylite, the pineal gland can do incredible things. Release all kinds of energy.
and even influence physical objects, as in telekinesis.
You're torturing people so they can bend spoons with their mind? God, what kind of quacks are you?
This is all following the scientific method, believe me. These are closely monitored, replicable experiments. Anyway, when the subject is ready for the final stage, we put them in an induced coma. Contrary to what you might think, it's for their own good.
Explain, and fast. What is this final stage?
Our boss calls it communion. It's when the subject's gamma brainwaves interact with Chernobylite's mental waves, or, well, to tell you the truth, we don't know exactly what it is. Chernobylite is like a virus, in a way. It's not exactly inorganic matter, but neither is it a living organism. It's something in between. And it produces a type of brainwave, even though it clearly has no structured organic tissue.
Well, what's the purpose of this communion?
This is where it gets really interesting. You know that Chernobylite can be used to create wormholes, right? You've been doing it yourself. But these wormholes are special. Haven't you noticed? They're not a purely physical phenomenon.
I don't understand. What else could they be?
We know what singularities and the tunnels should look like. We know what they are in theory. But has anyone actually been inside one before?
Bullshit. I've studied Chernobylite too. The exotic energy it contains is powerful enough to create quasi-black holes and passages between them.
We thought so too, at first. But think about this. What if there was an organism, or a virus, an entity powerful enough to create its own singularities?
No biological organism could encapsulate that kind of energy, or survive if it did. A living entity would be torn to shreds.
But Chernobylite is not a normal biological organism, is it? We have no idea what it is. Just try and consider the possibility that the wormholes you're walking into are not something created outside of Chernobylite. They are Chernobylite. You're traveling through the veins and corridors of its multidimensional body.
But what does that have to do with this communion thing?
Isn't it obvious? We're trying to communicate with Chernobylite, or somehow influence it through the mental energy of our subjects. But getting inside this thing's mind, or whatever it is, must be a truly disturbing experience.
You're fucking insane, both of you. You need to stay away from the morphine cabinet for a while. I've heard enough. Who's your patient here?
I'm not sure, but she must have been carefully selected.
Selected? How? Did she volunteer? Or was she maybe run down and captured by soldiers in the woods? Talk!
I'm not familiar with the selection process. Our boss would know. But we know very little about him.
What's your boss in charge of exactly?
The entire biotech division, pretty much everything Chernobylite related, but mainly the impact on human physical and psychological functions.
Clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. How does this work with Chernobylite?
It's similar to a standard gene editing tool. We take specialized protein from a certain bacteria, modify it with Chernobylite, and then target the exact genes we want to modify.
Wait, I know more about physics than genetics, but CRISPR is usually done on embryos, right? And it takes time, sometimes even years, for mutations to show.
Our boss developed his own methods. The process is applied directly in the subject's body. The speed of the mutations has increased exponentially. It no longer takes years, but weeks, sometimes mere days. Marvelous, isn't it?
Enough. All I've got from you so far is a bunch of gibberish. I want to see the actual research. Where do you keep your data? All the research data?
Check the database in this computer. Everything can be accessed from here.
It's password protected, isn't it?
Promise not to kill us and we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I don't give a shit about you. Password.
23#98S $.
Listen to me very carefully, Igor. This research, this data, it's too dangerous to exist. And people died because of it. Delete everything. It won't bring my mother back, but at least no one will profit from her death and the deaths of others.
You need to download this research, Mousy. This is the Rat King's brain stash. It's dangerous, yes, and inhuman. But it could contain the key to defeating him.
I can always rewrite history.
Looks like the Black Stalker is enhanced somehow by Chernobylite. These guys are telling the truth. They really achieved something incredible here.
Why did you do it? God damn you!
You did good, Igor. We will turn this information into a weapon against the Rat King.
I don't see why I can't just delete it after I download it. It will not like this.
I'm sorry, Olga. Nobody deserves to die so horribly.
I was hoping for some good news, but perhaps I was foolish. My mother, these people, they were all just used, processed. How could anyone do something like this? Anyway, did you find anything of value?
Not sure yet. Bizarre theories about Chernobylite, mostly. I don't know if I want to get into the details yet.
Try me. I'm not a bookworm like you, but I'm not stupid either.
Well, NAR seems to think Chernobylite is like a giant turtle that carries our universe on its back. They figure they can tame it and ride it wherever they want. Like a pet.
A turtle?
It's just a metaphor, but the scientific theory behind it is no less insane.
Right. Thanks for trying, I guess.
Welcome to Discworld, motherfuckers. Well, if you guys would stop fucking front-loading me with goddamn missions, might be able to clean up some of these things, and you won't have to go on, stuff like this anymore.
This world is doomed, Mousy.
Dial it down a notch. You'll bring the NAR down on us. Or worse.
I can see us all in the devilish clouds, touched by the cold hand from hell. A green swarm is spreading like wildfire, ending everything we know. The Rat King is triumphant, but even he falls prey to the horror he has unleashed.
So, nothing new.
You make fun, Mousy. Well, you do so at your own peril. Tell me, what do you do with something that is broken? Do you fix it? Or do you raze it to the ground?
You're talking about Chernobylite?
I'm talking about the world.
Not sure I follow.
Why do you think the Rat King chose this world for his wrath? It's not because we're so very noble and good, but because we're evil, sinful, and broken. Fundamentally broken. Our actions have invited him in. Since the dawn of time, we've done unspeakable things to our own kind. And to the world we inhabit. Who knows? Perhaps this is our punishment. Perhaps we deserve.
Yes? Deserve what?
Deserve to live our final days in the age of the rat. Either to atone for our faults, or finally be annihilated.
I'm not a philosopher or a mystic, but I believe there's still a chance for us to improve.
That remains to be seen, Mousy. But we are living in the last days. Mark me.
Hey there, Tarakan.
But
Fantastic. I'm ready to...
As you've already noticed, Mousy, resources are scarce in the zone. It's essential to conserve materials when crafting. You see, Mousy, any damn fool can make soup. Throw a bunch of shit in a pan, add water, turn on the heat, and hope for the best. But the secret lies in learning the correct proportion of ingredients, and not just in meals. This applies to crafting in general. I'll show you how it's done. But first, you'll need to find 2 flammable and 1 mechanical ingredients. I hid them nearby, so keep your little mouse eyes open. We don't have all day, Mousy. Hurry it up. Praise be. Clearly the light of the rat catcher shines upon you. I'll show you how to craft ammo from scrap without wasting too many resources. Is it dangerous? Sure, but only if you have no clue what you're doing. Please don't try this without your parents' supervision. Come here and use the electric lathe. I'll show you how it's done. Knowledge is everything. You need to understand what every ingredient does in order to get the most use out of your materials. Well done. Oh, you're a difficult student in spite of all your PhDs, but I'll turn you into a survivalist Mousy yet. That was a good effort, Mousy. Now you're better equipped to deal with rats.
Oh, no. Do good on all that. Who is the Black Stalker?
Listen, Georgi, I know what I'm doing, but there's no going back now.
I know, my dear friend. It's just that we lost such a brilliant mind that terrible night. I'm afraid of losing you, too, all over some romantic squabbles. And this misunderstanding also cost you your good looks.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. No more distractions, you hear me?
Oh yes, of course. I'm very happy to hear that it's all in the past now.
Good. So let's get to it. I would like to see some results as soon as possible. We both know that she's the key. We've wasted enough time already.
All right. Just don't do anything rash, please. We need to follow the proper protocols.
So my dear friend Boris worked with Semenov even after the Chernobyl disaster. I wonder what happened to his face. And Tanya is the key. The key to what? Yeah, more secrets. I've got to keep digging.
Your trials were too aggressive, my friend. I told you that you were using too much, didn't I? I told you. You're lucky you didn't end up brain dead like the others. But here we are. Boris is dead. Truly dead this time. There's no reason to pretend otherwise now. I suppose I should have seen this coming. The mental projections you told me about, the visions, they've been building for some time. To be honest, I just thought that your hallucinations meant you were losing your mind. Prolonged exposure to Chernobylite often causes psychosis and hysteria, after all. Why, I've seen the test subjects babbling about Cthulhu, or wanting to save the world from rats. You really did it, my friend. You crossed the Rubicon. You achieved something that no one has ever achieved before. Well, except her. But she has a different purpose. You will be the first of your kind. You will help me bring about a new era of human evolution. You will help me reach the stars. Forget your past. Forget your pathetic personal involvements. Distractions. Foolish distractions for the weak. Wasting your time seeking validation from others, but not anymore. You don't need any of that going forward. You're to be my right hand in the days to come. It's time to drop your old mask and don a new one. Time to become what you were always meant to be. The Black Stalker. Wake up soon. We've got plenty to do, you and I.
So it was Boris all along. He started the Chernobylite trials on himself and became the Black Stalker. Dear God.
I've told you everything you need to know, General. What seems to be the problem?
The problem? That's what you're calling it. Look, I won't even pretend to understand what you and your lab monkeys are doing down there. And I wouldn't care if I did. What I do care about is this facility and the safety of my men. So the next time you decide to rush an experiment that can potentially release a bunch of fucking monsters into the world, please tell me beforehand so I have time to devise a strategy.
First off, the shadows are key to our research. They are hybrids that... You know what? I won't bother you with details that you won't be able to understand anyways. And second, actually, no, I'm responsible to the board, not to you, Kozlov. Your job is to safeguard this operation, not lecture me on things you will never come close to understanding. In fact, the board wants you to cooperate closely, very closely, with my right-hand man. I would like you to familiarize him with all of our security protocols.
Who? The freak in the black mask? You want to tell me who the hell he is? I'd like to know who I'm working with.
If you need a name, call him what the rest of your men call him. The Black Stalker. One last thing. I know you don't share my views on the future prospects of this organization, but don't even think about throwing in the towel. If we fail, there will be hell to pay for both of us. There is no walking away now.
So the NAR is somehow responsible for creating shadows. Or at least releasing them into the world. And Boris, the Black Stalker, is also involved in NAR security.
I guess all that's left now is the lady in the red dress. Power access. There we go. Now if I need to self-annihilate...
Igor, it's not the end. I won't let it end like this. Go. Die. Fade. Portal. Help. Die. Igor.
Killing yourself with the radiation chamber is the safe way to die, to go back and rewrite your timeline. Because you don't... You die, but you start back at your base. You're in your base already. So you die, you start back in your base, and it specifically says there's no chance of losing items. So that's basically the safe way to come back and rewrite this shit. I'm... Oh, fuck him. Kid...
You read the NAR documents about their experiments and found some useful information.
Yeah, and I have that information, so now I can
If you'd like
rewrite
to see
history.
how this could play out differently, we can.
Listen to me very carefully, Igor. This research... Good call. Oh, I knew you'd see reason.
What have you done, Mousy? Why aren't you following your mentor's guidance? The Rat King must be destroyed. Everything else is irrelevant.
Don't worry. I blew up the one thing, and then I burned your document, so I have bonuses to what you like and what you dislike. Now it's time to go shoot a chopper down or some shit. I wonder who's gonna be on the chopper, though. I might have to self-annihilate and rewrite that one, too. Then again, meh.
Hey, Mousy. Have you ever heard what?
Yes.
I remember what he said.
I'm aware of your quest.
Igor.
What is it this time? Who is this big thing?
No, it is just you.
Okay, let's go shoot this fucker down. I mean, I
nothing
guess on
is
the
ever
bright
as it
side, we
seems with
gathered a bunch
Mikhail,
of
is it? What is he
Chernobylite
dragging you into this
from
time?
all the
The NAR fish tank is
other
a very
bullshit,
murky and
so...
dirty place. Can you really tell the difference between a big fish and a bottom feeder when you meet them?
Alright, are there any special events going? There's one down there. There's the one down there. So let's just go do that now. I think that's what got killed, or captured, was I was going this way.
Who's there? Hey! I'm here! I'm here! Down the metal staircase next to the big pipes! Who's there? Hey! I'm here!
You got the flashlight. Oh, there he is.
Hey, you! Please, help me before that psycho comes back.
Seems like you're probably in there for a reason. What did you do?
What did I do? Nothing. I never hurt anyone, please. I was out on patrol when this maniac jumped me and dragged me all the way here. He said he was going to use me for bait. Something about luring in monsters. Please, don't let me die like this.
I don't like the sound of using a human being for bait. Give me a second. I'll get you out of here.
Oh, thank you. I won't forget it. Oh, thank God. I'm out of here. And you better get out of here, too. That maniac or those monsters could show up any minute.
Oh wow, I'm actually... Oh yeah, I probably got shot by a BFG. Blackstalker likes using the BFG. Well, it's this game's BFG, kind of like a BFG. It's the molecular plasma thrower. You basically charge up and then shoot the big ball of green plasma and it goes fucking boom and kills everything in a big radius. So essentially it's like a BFG.
I'm in position.
Hang on one second. Ugh, sorry about that.
How is this a good vantage point? No tower? No hill?
Right. You won't need a tower. There should be a control unit nearby. Find it and power it up.
Found it. What is this thing? Mikhail, what are you not telling me? And where is this big fish?
He'll be flying over in a helicopter pretty soon. All you need to do is fire up the missile defense system. The rest is automated. Pretty fucking awesome, right? It's old Soviet technology. I found it totally by chance. Don't tell me that's not a great fucking plan.
What? You want me to shoot down a helicopter? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Au contraire, mon frère. It's the perfectly rational thing to do. Cut off as many of the Hydra's heads as you can! This is insane, Igor.
Yeah, we've already heard this. Ah,
I've
fuck
come
you.
this far. It's just...
speed. Alright, who is going to be on the helicopter since I already stabbed the Jack Frost to death? Drugi things from old Soviet Russia. Fuck yourself.
You did it, man! I knew you had the killer instinct, my little executioner. I'm so fucking proud of you, Igor. Now, go check the crash site for survivors.
Looks like nobody made it.
What? You have to speak louder.
I said there are no survivors.
Well done, my friend. Now, come back to base.
Okay, so I basically... Nah, so I whacked a bunch of NPCs, whatever. Oh no, I killed a bunch of soldiers. I was about to say, I wonder who else you could possibly fucking kill by doing that. That's interesting, though. You have two different chances to, you can either let him bleed to death
What the hell was that?
Calm the fuck down. That was a fantastic job we just pulled together.
Why did you want those people dead?
What people? Ah, I was after Kozlov. It's too bad he wasn't on board.
How did you know about the air defense system?
This was a top secret installation, after all. It only makes sense they had a way to counter American spy planes.
No more secrets. What did NAR do to you? Why do you hate them so much?
Kozlov and his henchmen tore this place apart. They expected everyone to fall in line. They rounded up me and my buddies, tortured us, and shot the others through the head, point blank. Me they left alive to send a message. Well, where do we go from here, Igor?
I know we have our differences, but you really ought to stay. I need you here.
Damn right you do. Don't you ever forget that.
How much does super saving cost?
Ah! I can't take it anymore. I don't want to. The torture, the suffering.
What's happening? Is it a vision?
I see a woman. A young woman. She's in so much pain.
What?
The rats got to her. They tied her to a tree. They're eating her alive. No. I can't watch. They're cutting into her. They're gnawing on her flesh, lapping up her blood.
What are you babbling about? You're not making any sense.
They are so hungry, these rats. Oh, you cannot believe what hunger will drive a living being to do. The Gulag and the Xeno Island. Thousands of little city mice sent on a voyage to hell. My father was there.
It rings a bell, but wasn't that before the war?
Makes no difference, Mousy. Past, present, future. All are the same in the eyes of the Rat King.
Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry about your father.
3 meals are all that separate us from the rats, Igor. Crazed with hunger.
You and your damned rats.
Hey
Hey
there,
there, Tarek.
So, okay, I need 3 points for perfect saving.
Actually, I can't do it right now.
We didn't really do anything. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time.